Hey there, welcome to the family that prays together. Around here, we talk about how we hear God, how he whispers to our hearts. And one of the main ways he talks to us is through scripture. So every Friday, you're going to get a video of the Sunday gospel stories just for kids. I want kids to fall in love with Jesus in the gospels and in scripture. And right now, I live in Texas and we are about to have a winter storm. So this Sunday, we may not even make it to Mass. So I want to dive into the scriptures today so that you have something to talk about this Sunday with your family. This one is one of my favorites. Sometimes we call it the call of St. Peter. Now, Peter was one of Jesus' apostles. He was also our first pope. He was the leader of them all. And on this day, Peter had been out fishing and he couldn't catch anything. And this was his job. He needed to catch fish. And then along comes Jesus. And I have to imagine that Jesus looked at him in a way he's never been looked at before. He smiled at him in a way he's never seen. And he says to Peter, hey, put your nets on this side of the boat. Why don't you try fishing over here? And Peter's like, we've done that. It didn't work. He said, give it one more shot. And they put their nets on that side of the boat. And all of a sudden, the nets are so filled with fish, they start to rip and break. And he can't even pull them all in on his own. Jesus has just done a miracle right in front of his eyes. And now Peter is amazed. And he looks back at Jesus, and Jesus has this look of love in his eyes. And he says, you know, you're a pretty great fisherman, but I have a job for you, one that's better than catching fish. I would love for you to follow me. You come be my disciple. Let me teach you. You can come be a fisher of men. A little fun play on words there. He's like, you used to catch fish, but now I want you to help me catch souls. I want you to bring people to me, bring them to my Father. And Peter drops his net and he goes right then. Can you imagine? He gave up his whole life because whatever Jesus looked like, whatever Jesus said, there was a love in his eyes he'd never seen before. There was a strength and a power and a might in his eyes. And I believe Peter heard that little whisper on his heart that said, this is for you. This is where you're supposed to be. And when you hear that little call, when God puts that whisper on your heart, will you step out? Will you say yes? Will you drop your net and follow him? I hope that you will. I did 15 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. I love following Jesus, and I get to be a fisher of men too. It's the best.